Hello everybody. Hello, how goes your Tuesdays? It is me, your resident Derplander, one Linkus. We are going to knock out the role quests today before we progress further into Shadowbringers, since technically you're supposed to have at least one of them done before you progress through the rest of the story and level 80. But since we ended part 1 of New Game Plus yesterday, figured that would be a good halfway stopping point to knock out the role quests. So probably will be a short stream today. I don't think they're that long individually. And then we'll knock them out today. And tomorrow we will continue on with part 2 of New Game Plus. Because it sounded like there was some fighting going on outside when we woke up from our room. So tomorrow, the plan is to figure out what all that was. After we killed the Lahi Light Warden and restored Knight Directica. Yes, the moment we did that, Yulmore decided discretion's the better part of valor and took off. I don't know where I do. A water bottle? Where'd it go? I left it in the fridge like a dummy. Anyways. By my account, that's what, 3 of the 5 areas that we know of in Norvrent that now have had light restored. 2 areas remain. The Light Warden in Amarang, and then the Light Warden in Yulmore. Or not Yulmore, but what the hell's the name of the area? Let me see. What the hell is the name of the area again? Calusia, that's right. So, Light Warden in Amarang, and then the Light Warden in Calusia, which, with only 2 Light Wardens left to guard, Yulmore can pretty much split up their forces evenly and deal with them accordingly. Well, deal with us accordingly, I should say. Assuming they even know where the Light Wardens are. Anyways, today we do the role quest, and I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we a white mage with the I forget what this is called, legacy armor set. I forget where it comes from. And also, I decided to buy a staff because I didn't want to use the literally eye level 430 whooping stick that you have. So I bought this about half an hour before stream. And it's got an Amaro on it. It's the 491. The Crystarium King, because I didn't feel like dumping resources into getting the 510 one. And I have farmed more than enough relics. I don't want to farm for a relic on a class that I only technically use. And if I do anything healing wise in Endwalker, I'm going to be like everybody else and be a sage. Because White Mage is a class that exists. Anywho. Go to Duty, New Game Plus. Healer role quests. I haven't even done the level 80 White Mage quest, that's funny. For the healer role quests, dwarves are a people of honor and tradition, so imagine their horror at the sight of Sophrosine, the cardinal virtue which bears a striking resemblance to the long-deceased dwarf Lamit. The Council of Elders can no longer abide the shame its existence brings to their people, and so they have ordered it to be slain. Well, I mean, actually drink water for this. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a dwarf mid-flagon? Not even a problem greeting, neither. Look here. Lally ho! The name's Giot. What the? Like I said, it's greeting. A lolly ho gets a lolly ho. You hear? Lolly ho's aside, just who are you anyway? I dare say I remember someone like yourself if we'd ever met. Lycus, I'm a white mage. Apparently you need a healer. You're from the same strange land as the Kazakhstan, you say? Well. He's a odd sort, the Exarch is. He knows things, right? And he's got some sort of mystical power. Don't suppose you're the same, are you? Because I could use someone with a power the likes of which this world has never known. I'm hunting sin eaters, you see. Well, one in particular. That's what I'm here for. I don't look the part, but I'm a white mage with a with a 50% armor penalty check. Or armor check penalty, spell failure chance. I forget how it's called. Your healer did not half bad at the job, eh? I like your confidence. And I wish I could take your word for it, since you sound like just what I'm looking for. But I have to ask you to prove it. There's no need for that. Listen here. The sin that I hunt ain't your average abomination. You can't blame me for wanting to make sure that I'm not leading you to the grave. It would be bad for both of us. Technically, you'd be the one that died first, and then the healer would drop. Unless you suck at holding threat. So get yourself on over to the Forest of the Last Shepherd, and we'll see what you've got. And then while you're laying dead on the floor, you'll scream at me because going by the old MMO concept, tank dies, healer's fault. Healer dies, tank's fault. DPS dies, their own damn fault. That's how. I figure these are role quests and no specific mounts really necessary until I do the tank one, so going healer. After a small bit of research, I think the air quotes canonical way this goes is healer, caster DPS, ranged / melee DPS, and then tank. That's the way I figure these will go. Oh, Linkus! Glad you found the place, alright. Now for the prey. That'll do. Now I just take a deep breath and... Hey! Your mother was a hobgoblin and you ain't much to look at neither! Come here and face me, you craven shite! You ran out of range of my heals. Not my fault. Though Giot lies prone, the creature appears indisposed to cease its rampage. It seems that it will have to be dealt with. What the hell were my buttons again? Right, that's the dot. It's a shield. Yeah, it's a shield. It is get MP back and also hit for 40k. See, that wasn't so bad. I reckon that I broke the ear or so ribs and at least one femur there. My bones feel just fine now. Better than before, actually. And that beast gave you no trouble. Seems that you're just what I'm looking for after all. I am level 80, but next time don't take off without making sure I'm actually here. Oh, we could talk about the rest back at the Crystarium over a drink or three. The folks at the Wandering Stairs know how to keep them coming. Meet me there. Yeah, I don't expect these to take very long at all. Watch me say that, and we'll be here 6 hours later. Which... I guess the pendants. Because I think they're literally 6 quests apiece. Yeah, they're 6 quests apiece, and they're like 5 minutes apiece, so... I get the burp and not apologize this time. Because they burped. There ain't nothing like a flagon of ale after a well-earned victory. You just kind of laid there dead at 0 HP. I didn't say that was my victory. Of course I did find myself a partner of uncommon skill, so maybe it was. Whatever you want to call what we just did, doing it helped us understand each other sure enough. I've seen that you're a masterful fighter, and you learned that I'm fearless as the stone. And so, a fellowship is forged. Now that I'm sure you won't get yourself killed, I can tell you about the Sin Eater that I'm after. It's one of the so-called Cardinal's virtues. Sulfur scene, and it's a nasty piece of work. Each of the virtues looks like one of those fools who brought the flood upon us, but this one takes after the rest of the bunch. Limit, disgrace to all dwarven kind. Knowing that one of our own people was a warrior of light is bad enough, but Sulfur scene being out there looking all dwarf-like, well, it doesn't help matters. Accursed thing. Council of Elders, they don't want to live in the shame of Lamet's sins no more. So the head of the council, the elder-most elder, stay with me here, gave me this job. Hunt down Sulfurcine, slay it, see that it don't keep sullying our god name. I'm not our strongest warrior, so if anyone's going to do it, it has to be me. That's fine, I'm more than up for a contest of might. The problem I'm having, though, is that Sulfurcine keeps healing itself, and it's, well, deeply annoying. That's kind of what healers do. I suppose it's because Lamet herself was some kind of master at the art, but Sulfurcine's healing is so powerful that no matter how hard I whack it, I can't leave a scratch. To make matters worse, it also flies around, carefree as you please, resurrecting other Sin Eaters. We'll be up to our eyeballs in them forever if we can't do something about the curative powers. That's where you come in, right? You know, is she really that bad of a person? Listen, I know you have your own ways, and that's just fine. Whether you care much for Giovanni or not, you have to agree that a sin eater that can raise its fellows from the grave is a danger to us all. As for Lamet, you should know that being a dwarf is about respecting tradition. Which she never did. Never! You might not have heard, but tales say that Lamet roamed the land without her helm. She willingly showed her face to those who weren't kin. She knew full well that it would dishonor her and us all, but she did it anyway. And that's the part about bringing doom on all the world. Not one of our taboos, really, but it's generally frowned upon. And now she's back, face bare to the world, a sin eater. What else? What could make a dwarf go so wrong? But we have ale to drink and sin eaters to hunt. In that order. You healed my body, sure enough. I'll need a few more flagons to restore my vigor. And by a few, I mean about 100. Come and find me later. Yeah, dwarves. Drink it away. Here are you. You're looking at me. You got something to say? You remember me? Hey, got ya? Of course I remember my new partner. And I ain't drunk neither. I'm a dwarf. It'll take more than, well, however much I had to get me onto the table. And now you know one more thing about me. This will only strengthen our fellowship, I'm sure. But we'll need more than just a sense of camaraderie if we're out to take down Sophocene. So I'm thinking we should start with observation. Get you a look at its healing powers. Let you see what we're dealing with. Now, this is the perfect place to overhear the right sort of information. If you listen, don't get the wrong idea. I don't let it get in the way of no important drinking, but I do pay attention. Anyway, what I've heard is that Sophocene's been spotted in Calusia. Then I remembered. There's a little pub over in Stilltide, the Leaky Keel, it's called. And they make a decent brew. Some of the folks there should be able to point us in the right direction. And off we go. Just looking at. Fine, no need to give me that murderous stare. I know what you're thinking. Guilt, you think to yourself. Oh, he's drinking and lounging about and drinking some more. What a sluggard, what a drunkard. What a magnificent beard. Oh, I wish I had a beard like that. Yes, I know, you don't need to explain yourself to me. I wish I had a beard, but I'm a beardless pleb. We really should work on finding you a sense of humor. We deal with that after Sophocene. Might take it a while. Anyway, you'll be happy to hear that while I was waiting, I got my hands on some prime information. Also some excellent wine, which... no, information first. Right, so according to the local fisherfolk, quite a few sin eaters turned up near the Brick Cliff lately. I suggest we go there and kill as many as we can find. We can't say for sure where the Sorcerer's will appear next, but if it's in the area, it won't pass up a chance to revive its fallen friends, right? And while we're at it, you can vent some of that pent-up rage you've got. Don't need to be pretty, so long as it gets the job done. Just make sure to find me again after Sophocene shows up, you hear? Okay, I think I'm done sneezing. Maybe not. Yeah. I killed 3, you killed 1. It's 2 more than what you did last time. Oh, I'm actually right. I was being sarcastic. That should do it. Now we wait to see if Sulfur soon shows itself. What will those bushes say? I've got the wine right here. I guess we're drinking some wine. There, that's it. Can't confirm. See, it revived the other one. Hey, what's wrong? What a lonely place to die. The world outside is even worse than I feared. Someone there. You're alive? Why didn't you say so? I can't do much for the dead, but the living, that's a whole nother matter. Oh, it's a baby oilboat. I can't believe it. All my wounds healed. Thank you, kind stranger. You sure are lucky that I passed by. You really might have died, you know. You'll hear no argument from me. I was a fool. I thought that the hobgoblin I was after might have had friends lying in wait, never so much as crossed my mind. I shouldn't have been out here alone. Their magic to keep me fighting, though. Their numbers wouldn't pose such a problem. What do you say? You don't look like to have a party of your own yet. I could certainly use a man like you on my side. What? I am no man, you unripened gourd. I have never even been so insulted in my life. Let me tell you what's what. I'm Lamet, proud daughter of the Thor family, and if I catch you mocking me again, I'll put you right back the way I found you, you hear? Yes, ma'am. I certainly didn't mean to offend. Beard misled me, you see. You know, watch out, she'll bite your kneecaps. As potatoes are wont to do. And that's that! Look, Oddbutt, treasure! Hey, you got a new chest piece. And a new weapon. Actually, you got like a whole new gear set. Hey, look at him. He got like the eye level 10 set instead of the eye level 6 starter pack. Oh, you certainly look a hero. Now let's see if you act like one. Hello? Lakers! Hey, you, honest slout, half-empty flagon, lanky dullard, your mother was a hob and your face looks like a newborn's ass! Those were insults. Stray face as always. A refreshing round of insults always cheers me up. I'm starting to wonder if you have so much trouble with fun as you do at jokes. Are you sure your mother ain't a hob? Fine, never mind. At least you got what you came for, and you didn't miss much. After Sulfur brought the other hero back to life, they both floated off to who knows where. But what happened to you? Well, I just see visions, and I saw the origin story of Lamet and Ardbert. You saw Sulfur? No, the real Lamet's past? Ha! I knew you'd have some kind of weird power. Sounds to me like what you witnessed was the beginning of Lamet's journey, right after she left home. It's odd. You said she was wearing her helm, and she helped that injured traveler just like any other dwarf of honor would do. Maybe she was a border monster. But then... It don't sit right with me neither. Standing around wandering about it won't do nothing but make us thirsty. We're done here, so let's go back to the Crystarium. Ain't nothing like a flagon of ale after a job well done. Don't give me that look. I did stuff this time. You saw. And you also saw Sulfur work its magic. Since you haven't said nothing about it yet, I'm guessing you didn't have no sudden revelations about how to stop it. Don't worry. I didn't expect you to solve my whole problem just like that. I only need you to remember what you saw today. Keep it in your mind. And maybe something will come to you when you're working your magic elsewhere. Me, I like to think what I drink. It's the most efficient way, so you can find me here if you need me. I'll let you know when I have a plan. Larry ho! Looks like you've been training hard. In fact, your brush will shut up much bigger. So much like just forever. Have you had too much? Yes, I'm joking, as you know, but you do seem stronger. I don't suppose you came up with a clever plan for stopping Sulfur while you're at that? No, not really. But don't worry, I have another test in mind that'll get us some information. Then we'll be better set to think of something. We'll be killing Sun Eaters again, but this time you're healing them. Well, trying to anyhow. I don't expect it to work. Sun Eaters ain't like us or any other sort of normal creature, but by seeing your healing magic fail to heal them, we should learn why it don't work. And then maybe we can figure out what's so different about Sulfur. I've heard from folks passing through that stray Sun Eaters find their way to Armorang pretty often. Meet me at Mord Suruk and be ready for carnage! The Scientific Method is the name of this quest. You know, I heard that the liquor here ain't fit to drink, but it's not half bad. It's a job done, and with a real kick. Oh, I know what you're thinking. That guilt, always drowning one ale or another. You think to yourself, you're so good at it too. I'm uncontrollably jealous. I just can't take it anymore. And then you quietly weep on the inside. I'm sympathetic, I am. My drinking is important. No, indispensable. Dwarves get fiercer the more they drink. It really fuels the fire within. I can see you don't believe me. Fine, you leave me no choice. I'll show you. I'll go on ahead and dice some sin eaters in the time it takes you to finish off this mort swell here. Just gulp that down and come and find me, southeast of here. You'll see. A half-finished bottle of alcohol, apparently purchased by Guild, sits on the mat. The local concoction within is a deep brown, and from it wafts a stench that can only be described as atrocious. Nope. A feeling of foreboding, be it an effectively echo or something more instinctual, overpowers you when you so much as look at the contents of the bottle. You decide to abstain and make up an excuse to tell Gialt later. Well, very good, very good. Only more would enjoy our brew. No one else ever drink as much as that dwarf. Hell no, we ain't drinking it. See? The average sin eater's no match for me. Not with a palate of tradition and alcohol on my side. As a matter of fact, I put down another before I got around to this one here, but did the job a bit too well. I mangled the thing. It's pretty gross, flattened it in all the wrong places with bits poking out in the leg, so I got it out of here. Anyway, you get the idea. I drink a lot, I kill stuff. You have to admit that it's an effective strategy. And now that we've got our sin eater patient, you can try out your healing on it. Go on. As we thought, nothing. Did you figure out why of it? I don't really think it was alive to begin with. Oh, you're right on that one. Sin eaters may look alive, may look like people to beast, but it's like they're just pretending. They're not truly alive. Only the light drives them, keeps them going like winding it on the keeps something going like winding an automaton. And healing magic ain't meant for restoring life to something that didn't have none to begin with. But if Sophrosine's powder ain't like the healing magic we know, what is it? I also wonder why it don't come and revive this one. Is it just too far away to take notice? Then again, I never heard tell of it appearing at Homeminister the Switch neither, and so many Sin Eaters got killed there that you'd think it would take note eventually. So why only resurrect some eaters, not others? This is all too much thinking. Not enough drinking. To the Crystarium! Or if this would be Ul'dah or over there would be Ul'dah. Well, the equivalent of it anyway. is fly me to the Crystarium because I'm a cheap ass. Don't want to spend 200 gil. I don't want to spend 200 out of my 18.5 million that I have. More stuff's alright, but this here is fine ale. At least that's what my body tells me, and I always listen. That's how I keep my muscles primed and my spirits high. Speaking of, would it kill you to relax a little? Being so serious all the time can't be good for you. Silent staring just makes you seem morose. We won't kill Sulfurine any faster for not drinking, that's for sure. Well, it comes easy to sober folks. And that's why I need a few more in me before I can really get to work figuring out why Sulfurine does what it does. I keep feeling like I'm missing something obvious, but... Howdy-ho! I'd ask if you're here for a drink, but I know you ain't. You've got that serious look about you, as usual. I've got my usual here, too. My 5th round of it, in fact. Ha! Why so feared, you ask? Well, I stepped away for a while to do some research. That Morden bloke kicked me right out of the cabinet of curiosity. That banned me for life! Spill just a wee bit of meat on the books, and he chases you out with the fury of 1,000 floods. That man could use a drink, if you ask me. What's the gunner for? Don't tell me you're siding with him over me. We're supposed to be partners. And after I worked so hard to find us new information on Sulfurine. Drank so much. Sat with those dusty tomes until not one, but both of my buttocks went numb. Yeah, sounds like you. I know, it is great. And I have the most magnificent beard. Anyhow, I did get some new information from a reliable source. A drinking buddy of mine. Sulfurine was seen recently in the Raktika Greatwood. We do some of our signature ether slaying in the forest. There's a chance we'll draw it out. I figured us sitting around thinking is getting us nowhere, and research could only take us so far. So why not? Maybe fighting it together will teach us something we couldn't learn otherwise. We can't kill it, but the two of us should be more than capable of getting a few whacks in and making an escape. I've fought it before, and come away fine. Mostly. So that's the plan. Yes, Slitherbow. And then we go at pummeling. How about a mount? It's right here. Hey, yeah, I didn't mention it earlier, but I've been here looking for Sulfurine before. I know most everyone has said about actually. Sure, they've seen an odd lot at first, with worshipping the darkness and all. But once you get to know them, share a few drinks. Not bad folk. Make a fine wine too. Sure we can't get it anywhere else. Anyhow, they've been helping me out while I enjoy the local spirits. Seems that Sulfurine's shown itself in a blind forest of Yixmaya. East of here. Let's get out there and slay a few sin eaters each, like we did before. See if that brings it to us. Actually, I had a thought. Should probably be using this mount. Where the hell did I go? What? Alright, fixed it. Should be flying on this mount for the White Mage quest. Because it's all Healy, it's white and regal and Healy like. That's a Rajang. That's not the dot. What the hell is this? Oh, it's the healer over time AoE. Okay. Right, that looks good. Well, not good, but you take my meaning. Now we settle in and hope that Sulphur Swing's feeling charitable today. How's that bush gonna hide us? Where is it? I'm nearly out of wine. Oh, there. Don't forget. We still need to find out how it does what it does, so make sure you're watching, not just walloping. Watch closely. Wait for it. There! It just casts sprays on it. Why doesn't it fix the other one though? Well, makes that life easy, I guess. Charge! Take down the weakling fast! Alright, I don't use Cure 1, I use Cure 2. Ha! Ain't no match for us. Not for Sulphurs. Oh, shite. How does it do that so fast? Probably cast Swift Cast. Right, divide and conquer then. You take Sulphur Swing. Oh, I can't hit it. Sanctified Holy will get the hell away from that. See your holy and substitute my holy. Ha! Oh wait, you're just done. It's working! Keep at it! I don't know what I'm doing. Where's my Asuna? Ha! Take that chip! What? Did we do it? I wasn't even paying attention to this thing's HP bar. Of course not. Hitting magic is so annoying. No offense intended. Linkers? Oh, not again. So this is a Guardian. You excited, Lamet? Yes, of course. I've come this far, and I will claim the legacy of Ranka. We'll follow your lead, Lamet. Alright, so what do I got? I got Stone 2, I got Cure 2, single target, Medica, AoE heal, Asuna, and then 3-minute CD benediction. Alright, let's do it. I'll keep it busy. Oh, it's you. Have any like MP regen? Guess not. Everyone alright? All's well. Now let's get what we came for. The lost restorative magic of Ronka. Can you sense the power in it? Yes, there can be no mistake, Silver. This is it. And my only path is forward. Wise Guardian, in the name of the Royal House of Ronka, I implore you, grant me your knowledge. Lamet! I did it. The spell is mine at long last. I could save my sister. And you will. We'll meet up with Brandon and Nailbit, and then we'll see you home. Hey! Oh ye of inferior beardiness! Eggface! Hobson! Get it together for stone's sake! Saying into the past is a nice trick and all, but could you maybe, I don't know, wait until we're not in mortal peril next time? Driving Self-Foreseen away without pulverizing you in the bargain was no mean feat. If I weren't, well, me, we'd both be dead right about now. I wish I could control it, but I can't. I hope you learned something worth the trouble at least. She was here to get a spell to save her sister. Said Lamet was after a spell from old Ronka. Well, that could be the secret of Self-Foreseen's powder. It's hard to know for sure. Whatever Lamet did to pry those secrets out of the ruins was very complicated by the sound of it, and she took the powder with her. We need to think on how we can confirm what you saw. Maybe find out what that magic actually does. Yes, so for a nice mug of ale. No, mead. No, ale first, then mead. So it looks like I'm going to be wrong, and each one's going to take about an hour. Well, it goes down so after I fight the nail. Ain't no higher truth in this world than that. Oh, don't give me those. Don't give me those. Oh, there goes Gil, waxing philosophical about the elegant eyes. I'm doing this for your own good. It's plain that you never had a proper education. It's like this. You pick the right booze for the right job. You've got your ale for before and after physical fights, of course. Then you've also got mead for reading, wine for singing, and your hard liquor for those times when you need to tell some Hobson to go stick his head in his forge. Me, I'll be switching to the mead. Thinking I might find something about what happened to Lamet's sister if I look through my village's old and alls. And hopefully I can get my hands on some historical records of Ronka. More than be damned. I don't know what you're getting yourself into while I'm at it, but you make sure you bring the right drink for the job. I'll let you know when I've got something worth pursuing. There you are. Schmied. Jeg har mit lish. But Maria, much more. Wait. Eat the waitress. Oh, I know you want to say something, but you won't. You'll think that I'm just encouraging me. Well, maybe that's what I want you to think. Or maybe you know that's what I want you to think. All this time I thought it was annoying you, but actually... Nah, can't be. All this rubbish about lost civilizations must be getting to me. I've had a dozen histories. I still don't know nothing about the magic of Lamet. What I did find, though, is where we should have gone if she wanted to see her sister. It's in Tombra. What do you say? Come and visit my home. I'll be waiting for you when you get there. Are you also a healer? I may have forgotten to tell Linkus how to get here, but that's unfortunate. Come to think of it, I ain't sure he can get here. The tunnel's only for dwarves and... Linkus, where'd you come from? I teleported here. Or also got the ladder moving, but that's later. So it was you folks that got the ladder moving? Huh. Can't believe you managed that. You didn't even tell me. Just when you think you know your person. Yes, there's a joke. Anyway, the place I want to show you is just over there. Follow me. What the? There's a sun eater in here? Nothing to worry about. This monstrosity came flying out of my face, weirdly on my dead, when I unsealed the old tunnels. But everything's under control. So you opened the door and that thing came out? As you can see, I gave it an old-fashioned dwarven decking. Old tunnels? Yeah, they're the reason I brought you here. Can't say I was expecting such a nasty welcome, but maybe I should have. Well, let me explain. We don't use it no more, but before the flood, dwarves lived in this place. Only the sick ones mind. In those days, there was an illness called stone blight. It turned your skin to stone, bit by bit, and it was just a matter of time, a few months or a few years, until you were petrified completely. No one knew where it came from, but they did know that it was contagious, and so they locked them all up. Here in the Blight Wardens. We needed to keep it from spreading, but because there was no cure. Not back then. Off we go again. Lamet! Was it not enough to leave without permission, or to return unbidden, bringing these strangers into our home? You knew full well what entering the Blight Wardens is forbidden. How many of our traditions must you trample on before you're satisfied? If you so refuse to respect your heritage, you have no place here. As head of the council, I hereby banish you. You are no longer a dwarf. Begone, and never return. Begone! Have you lost your wit? Lamet just cured your people, her sister, and all the others. She left your village to find a way to save them, and she did. She did what no one else would. Your words have no weight here, outsider. This is a dwarven matter. Silence! Silence! I will not be silent. You have no idea what Lamet has been through. That's enough, Hardbird. Whatever my reasons, I did break our laws. And I did so knowing that this would be the result. I will accept my punishment. I leave my dwarven behind today. Lamet. If Lamet is leaving, so am I. Probably didn't think much of us either if you shoved us in there to die, but it was awfully hard to breathe. We all took our helms off. And if Lamet's going to be banished for breaking our traditions, then I should be too. Yeah, as the young lady says, none of us is perfect. It ain't right that Lamet should be the only one punished for it, especially seeing as she was saving us. Come on, exiles. We keep our faces plain for all to see and our heads held high. Oh, everyone. Are you sure you're alright with this? We could go back. We could. What? Pummel the elders with your axe? I know you're not that fledgling adventurer who got knocked flat by hobs anymore. You probably defeat even our strongest warrior. But forget it. We have more important things to worry about. We still haven't found what caused the illness in the first place. If it really is the Shadow Keeper again, well, you know what we have to do. If this is what it takes to save our world, I will give up my home and more, Oddbert. Anyway, it's not all bad. I don't think I really understood before how beautiful it is out here. How nice the wind feels. It is nice, isn't it? And for what it's worth, I'm glad you're here. Helmut or no. Odd, but thank you. Hey, Obson! Ugly! Look, I'm running out of insults here. I'm starting to feel bad. Just wake up already. Yes. Finally. Well, that was harrowing. But as soon as you started doing your thing, the Sin Eater decided to rise from the dead. I suppose that's mostly my own fault for not dealing in an extra blow or two just in case. Anyhow, what did you see? Lamet cured her people and then was banished. I knew it! I knew that Lamet was the one who killed the Stone Blight. It had to have been. She saved all of them. And they exiled her for it. And the head of the Council of Elders. Oh, sorry, I suppose I wandered off. I'm caught up in my own thoughts. Actually, can you give me a moment? Maybe a while. I'm not sure what to think is all. I don't want to keep you from the other work, so see you later. Oh, hello there, Linkus. Hey, you hammer-brained imbecile! Your mother was a hobgoblin. Snap out of it. Some of that may be accurate, but my mother most definitely was not a hobgoblin. Are you sure you ain't getting her confused with your own mother? Ha! Hammer-brained. Never thought I'd see the day when you took the friendly insult, partner. That really helped, thanks. I was so busy dwelling on that business with Lamette that I almost forgot the news I had for you about Sophocene. You remember that sin eater I killed in the Blight Wardens? Well, while you were gone, Sophocene showed up to revive it. Seeing that convinced me. Convinced you? I mean, you remember how I was wondering why Sophocene don't revive every sin eater we take down, right? Well, we learned from your vision that the dwarves that Lamette killed a Stone Blight went into exile of their own volition. As you can see, the village was spared the worst of the flood, but the folks that left, well, probably weren't. Which means Sophocene is healing the same people Lamette did. They're all dwarves. Right, it's the only thing that makes sense. Those poor souls couldn't go back to the village, so they got caught in the flood. They became sin eaters, and Sophocene is still saving them, even now. That gave me an idea. As we figured before, Sophocene ain't alive, but Lamette wanted so badly to heal those dwarves that it's still following suit. A reflex its body can't forget it. The last time Lamette saw those folks she healed, they were homeless, leaving her home for the last time. She probably never forgot the sight of them. And so Sophocene goes around healing homeless dwarves to this day. You see the solution, right? Helps! Brilliant. Isn't it just? Not as brilliant as my beard, maybe, but few things are. Now, whether clapping a helm onto Sophocene will keep it from healing itself, I can't say. It will depend on whether the thing sees itself as just another helmless dwarf. It don't seem to have much in the way of self-awareness, so I think it's worth a shot. Fortunately, we won't need to wait to find out. It came around not too long before you did, so if we kill the right sort of sin eaters, it should still be close enough to notice. Let's get to it! Kill more sin eaters. Curious, how much should I heal for? I technically heal. I technically do green numbers. boy, a triple. All the night themes in the Shadowbringers are so chill. Right, so we've got our heaters, we've got our helms, and now do we wait. Once our first screen shows up, test out a helm on the bait first. It'll also save us from having to kill it over and over. Oops. Oh, this feels familiar. Aha! At last! Bit less toppling over on your part this time, if you please. Wait for it to be distracted with healing the other one. Then we strike. Sleep resistance. Now, charge! As I said, we'll try this one on the Lissa unit first. We'll get a bit of a pumping, then you put it to sleep with repose. That'll give me the chance to slip the helm on. I doubt it'll take the napping mid-battle unless it's nearly to drop. So wait for my signal, you hear? Repose. I suppose I have a way to sleep people. Ow. It's time, Lincoln. Cast repose! Alright, let's get that ugly mug of yours covered up. Ain't that a sight? You might want to heal, buddy. Looks like it'll work. It's not reviving the thing. Now we... Uh-oh. Lucky for us, I brought extra helms in case of emergency. Says we. Alright, now we can Oh, wicked white, that's annoying. Are these the ones maybe trying to protect it? There's some part of them, remember? Well, we no time to ponder that now. Helms away! Addiction. It looks like they've started coming. Now we can hit software swing with everything we got. Not really. That's the AoE one, alright. Perfect! Now? Hold still. Uh-oh. Helm got D'd. Oof. Thanks. The helm got even worse than I did just then. It was our last one. I hate to say it, but this ain't going as well as I hoped. We had even one more helm. I could try again, but... Wait, we do have one more helm. Just a run! Well, well. Looks like it's time to take this eater down, once and for all. Together! It's time, Linkus. We can end this. Looks like I was right. No healing for you. Ha! Oh, right. Emma was a big damn hero. No surprise that she knows a few dangerous tricks. Come here, quickly! I knew you'd have my back. You don't scare me. I'm a giant hammer. Here it comes. Try not to die. Take that, you pasty bastard! What's that you've got there, Angus? Some kind of crystal? Tradition wouldn't have saved her. That's why I left. I left and I traveled. I met Ardbert, we found our companions, and together we searched. Are you? Her? Lamet? Listen, I called you a disgrace before, and my journey was not an easy one. To save my sister, to save them all, I faced 1,000 foes. I know! I understand now, and I'm so... But as I did, I learned how wide this world is, how beautiful, how cruel, and how much I wanted to protect it. Perhaps it should have been easy for me then, to give up my home forever, for a greater cause. It wasn't. It hurt so much. But you bought it! You forgave them! You survived! Yes, it hurt, but I survived because they were there. Because he was there. I bet you stubborn idiot. You sweet boy. You never did understand what you meant to me. I swear, Emmett, you were the best of us. We did it! I can hardly believe it! This calls for a drink at the Custarian, don't you think? If that silence is you wondering if I want to go home, well, I can't. I showed my face to you, didn't I? Broke our rules. So I'm thinking I'll give Lematoy a try. Live proud as an exile, just like all the other folks that she saved. Ah, don't make that face. Nothing that a little air won't solve. Well, that's the healing quest done. Ah, that's the stuff. Can I help you? Just staring. Really staring. Do you know you're doing that? You know what? Glad you're here, buddy. Oh, excuse me. Ha! Looks like you finally figured out how to tell a joke. Now's the part where I stare all misty-eyed into the distance, right? Anyway, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. Firstly, well, you've been following along with my crazy plans this whole time, but I never really said how much I appreciate your help with Softer Swing. And Lamet, thank you. And I think you deserve to know something else too. You're the elder who exiled Lamet. That was my great-grandfather. He's remembered as the greatest warrior of our kind. I always wanted to be just like him. To be strong, honorable, protect our traditions. But Lamet, she saved so many from suffering. Us dwarves might not even be here today if she hadn't cured Stoneblight. And he took away our home. Forever. It's hard to see that as anything other than cruel. Tradition is important, but it's not the only important thing. Kindness, empathy, love. This world and the living, breathing people in it, they matter more. That's what I learned from all the folks I shared drinks with. From Lamet, and from you. And I intend to keep learning, here in the city, with my face plain for all to see, with my head held high. So you know where to find me next time you want to share a drink. I know our job is done, but you'll always have a place by my side, you hear? And that's the healers done. So they are a lot longer than I thought they were going to be. I underestimated their length by about an hour. So next up, we're going to do the caster one. But before that, I need to use a bathroom because I've been kind of sort of holding it in for a minute because I thought this was going to be a 45-minute romp at most. Turns out they're not. So I'm going to take my first break of the day, get up, stretch the legs, all that good stuff. I will be right back, folks. Alright folks, back from break. Hope you folks had a good one too if you took one. Alright. Let's see, click that off. Alrighty, on to the caster. So now my plan is going to drastically change. I don't know how many of these I'm going to knock out today because they are a lot longer than I gave them credit for. Might do 2 today, finish up the other 2 tomorrow, and then continue on with MSQ Thursday. Actually, I'm thinking about it. That might turn out for a set if I do a Saturday stream. I brain farted hard there. Yes, physical DPS, magical DPS. The bounty hunter Sareg reveals to you his plan to hunt down a city eater by the name of Phronesis. One of the 4 so-called cardinal virtues, born from the remains of the fallen warriors of light, and seeks a companion with whom to share the bounty. The matter becomes complicated, however, when you encounter a young boy with an as-yet unknown connection to your quarry. Let me guess. You're standing in front of Sareg, bounty hunter non-parallel, because you've a mind to aid me in filling the dread Phronesis. Do I have the right of it? Or do I have the right of it? You have the right of it. Well, they're caution to win and strike off to battle with a nigh indomitable foe, eh? Well, I've got a feeling the 2 of us will get along just fine. Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just a run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those goddamned warriors of light. There are 4 of them, all told, caught up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. If the tales are true, people have come to call them the cardinal virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than the Archmagus Nilebert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Though it's only been a few short years since he first showed up with Amarang, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the thing single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided you can prove to me that you possess the rather specialized set of skills that I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amarang. I mean to set off for there shortly. And by shortly, he means now. Let's see. Mount for this should be... Sure. Actually, no. Shadow Quiver. Casweir Mage. Technically. you came. It's good to see someone who's an old talk. As fortune would have it, another senator, a far less imposing specimen than Ferocious, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words, and we'll talk further. Oh, it's dead. Good show, friend. Wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me with little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so I'll extend the offer in earnest. Let me hunt down Fernosis, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's a spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Ward Zurich, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Pray destroy the waking sands. Welcome to Mordsuk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Fernosis showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Fernosis and returned to tell the tale speak of the great horrors they witnessed. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Fernosis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. Yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Fernosis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next, and the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is tantamount to suicide. When attacks from afar have all been futile, as Fernosis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. Excuse me. The way I see it, if only there were a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than stand a chance against Fernosis himself. This is why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin-Eater spoke clear. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. With that, I'd best get to work. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. There you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bit told me that Fernosis was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine at the Crystarium. By setting it on Fornosa's trail, we may gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend, so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be key to our success. And yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. You're a lifesaver, friend. I just bought a nasty-looking sandskin Sibili. Sibili, yeah. Lurking about to the east of here. And I do believe one of their tendons should serve well to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me, and I'll see to the repairs. Go kill some Sibili. The drakes. Yep. You look finding a tendon. For my part, I've acquired something that should make us a makeshift gear. Cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it helps us claim that bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. You got it right here, buddy. Perfect! Yes, I reckon this is durable and elastic enough to replace the mannequin snap drive belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. In the meantime, why don't you scout us out a suitable lookout point? Fornosa was last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. Go this way. Excuse me. Hello, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us a perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to work? Kindle us a fire. Might be here for a while. I don't know about making a fire in the middle of the day, but... Well, I'll be... There's the bastard! Look closely now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. No, we mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Fornosa sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before it had a chance to investigate the hollows. So it just rips a hole There he goes. Send the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. Just as I expected. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend. Through his sacrifice, we know now just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, unless you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. As if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. Seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends a shiver up the spine. Let me out! It's so dark in here. Well, a pale face, friend. Look as if she's seen a ghost. Did you not hear that voice? A voice, you say? From inside the hollow? That's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please help me. Help me get out of here. Hey, over here, kid. Is that a voice? Is someone out there? If you can hear me, please, you must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees, not even an ether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? This voice, like God's name is it saying? It's trying to find a way out. Voice of a boy, you say? Claims he's lost inside with no ether current to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, not unlike what would happen if an aetherite, to which one was teleporting, was destroyed in mid-journey. Wait a minute. What if there was some way you could channel your ether into the void? I thought, might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide the child back to us? Of course, it's hard. Not that I know how we'd go about that. I think I could do it. You reckon you could do just that? I won't even think of asking how. Do your damnedest. Wicked white! Knew you were no ordinary sinner, but still you'd find ways to surprise me. Where am I? I'll be damned. There was a child inside. A little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? For now, this boy needs our care. Let's carry him back to Mordsuk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. Boy's resting now. He is weak but not wounded, as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, might they also be returned to our world alive? There is much we must ask him when he awakes. On another subject, this might be an odd question. Have you ever looked after a child before? Technically? I'll say. In that case, he's all yours. I'm jesting, friend. I can't very well tie you down here forever. Worry not, I'll manage somehow. Suppose the first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale after all. Methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. Perhaps I should take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye. Maybe I should... damn it all, I knew I wasn't cut out for this. There you are. You'll be happy to know that the boy is awake and seems to be no worse for the wear. Physically speaking, at least. Just one rub, you see. There's no recollection of where he came from, or just how he managed to get swallowed up in the void. Eh? In fact, other than no name, Tanner, can't remember much of anything at all. He seems a good lad, mind you. He's my half-farce cooking with a smile and nary a word of complaint. Yet I reckon he's hurt inside, and badly. We must reunite him with his parents with all due speed. I suggested that he go for a stroll around Watsuk in hopes that the sights might help jog his memories. He can't have wandered far. Why don't you go check up on him? Do not tell me. You're the one who rescued me from the flow, yes? I feel from you the same warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the ether. I was? I'll be damned. Boy's a sharp one. That's not the least of it. The carer who examined him said they could feel great power welling up from within him. Despite his young age, Tanner here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of who I am or where I came from. Only the darkness. And no need for apologies, boy. You did well just to make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember, or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Excuse me. Indeed, I believe this is what roused me from my slumber. If the hollows truly are a gate between worlds, it would mean that someone recently traveled from ours to another, from another to ours. That's not possible. Where is it? You'd be surprised. There's something I don't, friend. Worry not. I won't pray for details. Well, no sense racking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do. Namely, finding the boy here a home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. You truly do that? For me? With the two of you, already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. It's no burden at all. Besides, if we could figure out just who you are and where you came from, it just might lead us to the answers we seek. Now, let's consider the options. The possibility is that you're an orphan, all alone in this world, with not a soul to care for or look after you. And yet, it seems unlikely. Yes, the mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you truly are skilled in the magic as they say, it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. Who this master of yours is, and whether you're of their blood or simply received their tutelage, this I cannot say. But either way, I'm certain they're worried sick about you. If that is truly so, I would very much like to meet this person too. Settles it then. Let's get down to business. I took the liberty of inquiring around Watsuk in the Crystarium. Fortunately, there have been no reports of missing persons matching Trainer's description, which means that we have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant in town often take him far afield. Let us have a talk with him and see if he's heard any helpful rumors. So if I read that dialogue right, us coming to the first basically let this kid know. So the kid was asleep, adrift between worlds, and then we passed by him whenever we got summoned by the Exarch, which is what woke him up. Why am I walking like a pleb? I have a Durgan. Rumors of a missing boy, you say? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon. I've heard something the other day that might be of use. What? On my way to Motsuk, I stopped over at the end of Journey's Head. There I met an ailing mage. As the carriers told it, he'd been ambushed by a sin-eater and was separated from his child in the battle. Bloody hells, could it be? If the sin-eater that attacked the poor man was Phronosis, that would explain everything. This man you speak of, he could be my father. We must go to him at once. Agreed. Only hope that the man is... No, there's no point in presuming the worst. Let's make for the inn and see what the carriers there can tell us. Man, not even a word of thanks to the guy. Oh there. I hear there's a mage in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found. This is him right here. What? So it wasn't my father after all? This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family? Just so. We heard that there was a man here looking for his son, and we just poked. Alas, seems it wasn't meant to be. But there are many people here, yes? Why don't I ask around and see if any of the others are my family? But of course. Yet many of the people here are quite ill and in many cases in considerable pain. It's not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed it's not. Guess that means either myself or Link is here sure to accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me take my mind off things. Bad idea if the lad doesn't mind. I reckon Tano would rather be with someone of his own age. Take his mind off things. Speaking of which, how's the boy's father holding up? I fear the poor man has already departed on his journey. He is a man no longer. The child insisted upon staying at his father's side until the last. I permitted this out of respect for him, though part of me regrets the choice. None so young should suffer such horrors. It was some small solace to learn that he has living relatives who reside at the Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself. I see. I reckon we should also find someone to look after Trainer as well. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up on the prospect of finding the boy's family. We have no other leads, and a deadly sin eater still on the loose. If the lad's tags along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than to ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. Find someone to watch after Tainer for the time being. Get back on the hunt, whatever clues we can, and gather whatever clues we can about his origins along the way. Very well. We gotta see if he's safe before we do that. That goes without saying. Let us have a talk with the proprietor of the Wandering Stairs. He's a kindly enough chap and knows damn near everyone in these parts. With any luck, we'll be able to direct us to a willing and able guardian. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. It's the best we can do for the boy, given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision, and I intend to take responsibility for it. Ooh, excuse me. Bad news, friend. Seems the two young ones got into a quarrel of sorts, and Tainer's up and run away. The lad mentioned how he'd come out of one of the hollows. The other boy put two and two together and figured he'd been attacked by a sin eater. Then I said, my dad was attacked by a sin eater, and then he turned into one himself. So I asked, what if he turned into a sin eater too? Tainer's face went all white. He kept saying, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" Over and over and over again. Just couldn't take it anymore. Before I knew it, I was shouting at him. "Shut up! Just shut up! I bet you're turning into a sin eater already!" Why did I say such a mean and nasty thing? Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Both of you had a rough go at it these past few days. And nobody could blame either one of you for feeling a bit on edge. But we must hurry and find Tainer before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search to the west, you take the east. Be careful out there. Luckily, I can have eyes in the sky. You all right there, Tainer? And I heard a clamor of battle. I feared the worst. But I see you sure have everything under control. You all right, lad? Forgive me. I don't deserve this kindness. I was just so scared. I was worried about what would become of me if I never recovered my memories. And then I started thinking, what if I ended up like that boy's father? What if it's already happening to me? That's one matter you needn't worry yourself with. The carer who examined you told me as such. You suffer no direct wounds. You're in no more danger of turning into a sin eater than Linkus or me. Is that so? It's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. Should have known better to badger him about such things, especially after what happened to his father. Funny thing that. I was saying the same thing about you. You both have good hearts, Loud. And you've been through more than any man should. You don't need to be ashamed about your feelings. There is still so much I do not understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why must it be this way? If only I could remember something. Anything! I'm sick of not knowing who I am, and I'm sick of being alone! Cue the echo. Now it's your turn, Tana. And do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. My command of magic is the equal of my own. If I can succeed, there is no reason why you cannot. Free your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Nalbert. I shall try my best. Wicked White. You alright, Linkus? I remember now. I was standing here on these blighted plains, my head hung low in shame. Then Nilebert turned to me with a smile and heartening words. Nilebert, why does the name sound so familiar? I reckon we've much to discuss, but not in this god's forsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can't get to the bottom of this. Tana, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really? That's wonderful. Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live in Nickersterium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Till next time, my friend. I knew that you two would work things out. Well, let us return to Mordsuk. We have more than our share of questions that need answering. Yeah, ain't that truth? Like, why is this kid like over 100 years old, friends with Nilebert when they were kids? Well, when you're adrift in a rift, does time just stop? Well, we already know that. Time flows differently. Herpeter. As I saw it, first you fainted all of a sudden. And when you came to, a portion of Tanner's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? Well, I have the echo and I can see things at pretty much whenever the plot demands it. Power to look into the past, eh? And you're certain what Linkus described matches up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break this to you, lad, but your friend Albert I was with you that day. He's no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Phronosis, one of those God's damned warriors of light. If he was just a young child in your memories, that means that what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Or that were just a coincidence. Another boy with the same name. No. Judging from the formidable command of magic, you can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Nalbert and myself. We were taken in by a group of mages, a consortium of sorts. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world, and were recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nalbert and myself were the two they chose. Can't be serious! Yeah, that would explain the City Eater's ability to summon those damned hollows. If you possess the same knowledge and training as Nalbert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. But what I don't understand is, why haven't you aged at all? I cannot say for sure, yet my memories, they are slowly coming back to me. In time, it may be able to help you find a way to close the hollows. You'd be a lifesaver if you could. Don't overburden yourself. You're still recovering, after all. In the meantime, don't worry. Linkus and I will see that you're safe. What? I thought Tanner was just a victim of the City Eater. I think he was actually friends with the man himself. Back when he was still a man. This can't be a simple coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The child holds the key to defeating Phronosis. You must keep him safe and not let him out of our sight. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. Not so heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he figures matters out. We can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead while waiting for the rest of Trainer's memories to come back to him. That is to say, if it's alright with you, lad. I'm so sorry. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad, I've only known you a short while, but I can tell you have a good heart, and a good head on your shoulders. I can only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears and uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band, and as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Linkus? Yep. I see. Thank you, Surig. Thank you, Linkus. I will aid your quest in whatever way I can. That's more like it. I'm counting on you, lad. Yeah, maybe I should have saved this one for last. This one's got the most lore in it. Damn. Good news, Fred. Tanner here has told me that his memories are starting to come back to him. There's one recollection in particular he says he's eager to discuss with the two of us. Tell us, lad, what is it? As time goes by, my memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. Albert and I were born to members of a great consortium of mages. From our earliest years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. The consortium's leaders sought to find a way to open a hole in time and space, a portal to other worlds from which they could summon forth beasts of great power. Albert and I were chosen to participate in the research. Summoning great beasts from beyond our world? You're a mage, Linkus. Is that even possible? Probably the Void Scent. Void Scent? Never heard of him, but I'll take that answer as a yes. You just come up with the damnedest ideas, eh? And yet I don't understand. Why ever would they use 2 young boys for such a dangerous experiment? The beasts our master sought to summon reside in the plains of most distant from our own. Reaching across such a great distance requires a tremendous store of innate etherical power. So our master set about to breed the perfect mage. Marriages were arranged to wed the mightiest members of the consortium to one another in hopes that they would bring forth children of theretofore unheard of magical aptitude. Finally, they succeeded. So you were born, Nilbert. Indeed. Even before we could speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the boundaries between worlds. We practiced these spells day after day, night after night, for what seemed an eternity. At long last, we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, this experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked into a hollow of my own creation. There I remained trapped, alone, and adrift in that empty void, until Linkus called me back into this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. It's one thing I still don't understand. So many years have truly passed. Why is it that you have not aged even a whit? I cannot say for certain. I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true the rift exists outside of our concept of time, it is all too possible that even seconds spent in that empty pocket could correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. And so you've returned to us just as you were that day, even while over a century has passed for the rest of us. Why didn't Nalbert save you? It shouldn't have been as simple as opening up another portal to the void where you were trapped. I fear that would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far into the rift as we did required all of our energies to be focused in unison. So in losing you, not only did Nalbert lose his friend, he lost his only chance at saving you. Talking about being dealt a rough hand. Fear not, I have good news to share as well. I do believe I managed to recall the incantations needed to summon and manipulate the hollows. Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is beyond my powers, but I just might be able to seal up the hollows for Gnosis, so enjoy summoning. What say you, friends? Should I give it a try? I don't see why not. That's music to my ears. Let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time you tried to use this magic, there were some complications, to say the least. Yes, we must take the necessary precautions before confronting Gnosis in earnest. Let us meet outside the village where Tainer can test out the magic safe from harm. Look at White! You did it, lad! Oh, seems like you can just rip them open. Can't sustain it, though. Sadly, I have not the strength to reach further beyond, nor keep the portal open for more than a few moments. No, I will need further training before I can face... Well. Vernosis! Where the hell did that bastard come from? Damn it all, I'm too close! I can feel it pulling me in! Okay, if you can. Time to do it. No, Naubert! These are my friends! You mustn't hurt them! This isn't good. Cave-ins probably sealed off the tunnel behind us. We've no recourse but to press on without our companions. You heard her. What will it be? I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and conduct the bounty. Perhaps you and your band would care to take the lead. Spare me your japes. You've no intention of giving up your prize. Mind you, I too made a promise to my companions. Promise I mean to keep. I told you that splitting up was a bad idea. If Brandon and Renderay were here, the second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us. Now, Silva. Let's not forget what our true foe is here. Damn it. I'm certain that if we slay this monstrosity, the cave-ins will cease. According to the miners, the beast was first sighted on the same day as the tremors began, its very presence sucking the mountain dry of its ether. We dwarves know these caves as well as we know our own bodies. Trust me. And I suppose we'd best make short work of it before everything goes crashing down. Hey, where do you think you're going? My apologies. I took your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Think yourself clever, do you? You've uncommon confidence to think you can spell the beast without aid. Answer me this. Why is it you are so intent on claiming the bounty for your own? The bounty? Why indeed. At any rate, unless you've a mind to stand around here until we all get crushed, you'll basically be moving on, yes? Finally something that we can agree on. So I have a proposal. I say we band together until our battle here is won. Tremors go stronger. No doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes our tomb. Until the battle is won, then. After that, I go my own way. Oh. The coming battle you'll fight is now. Your aid is most welcome now, Boot. Let us make short work of the beast, and take our leave of this place while we still can. Indeed. We in Copperbell Mines. Alright, so what do we got? Got Fire 3, just single target. Ice damage restored. Come, now, Boat, we will draw a foe's attack. of limit break. It seems we're not the only ones stuck in here, huh? I have a bad feeling about this. The leftmost one is mine. Silva, you take its friend on the right. Consider it 10. How about you, fiends? What's this? It leads deeper within? Really should have asked for a map. Not that I've been of much use after all the cave-ins. Well, aren't you a big boy? Ow. Dick. Still think you could have managed on your own, mage. Perhaps. Would have been more of a struggle than I expected. Tank DPS healer. What an odd light party. That's him. He's the one who drinks the mind's ether. Alright, let's put this oversized bull out to pasture. Silver, Lemon, now what? With me. Magic's all yours. For now. I will take the front. The battle is on. Why are you facing him towards us? That's a bad idea. Bad tank. Alright, that's right. Summons others if it's ilk. Should dispatch the small fry. And quickly. Leave it to me. Ah, this one looks like trouble. That should do it, Silva. Was I supposed to limit break that? I wasn't even paying attention to see if I had limit break. Another earthquake? Yeah, I suppose so. I thought I was up to something. Stand back, my friends! To my side. I'll heal your wounds. Take cover behind the rocks. You don't want to bear the brunt of it. Probably not be in front of the boss. We're standing next to the tank. That's how deaths happen. Damn it, here it comes again. Get back! I sense unholy power. Get behind me, friends! Silver, are you alright? Damn it, we can't keep this up much longer. Strike with all your strength! We've done it. Now to find ourselves a way out. Tremors continue? But why? The feat has been vanquished, and its ether returned to the mountain. We were wrong. No, it was not the creature itself that was causing the quakes. Ah, yes. The crystal courses with nigh inconceivable power. A vast wellspring of ether accumulated over the ages. Yes, the beast was but a hungry creature drawn here by the stone. As was I. You had no interest in bounty all along. The stone had been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses is now so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it? This precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend. You mean to take the stone from this place? But then, what would happen to the mountain? If the ether is not returned to the earth, it is but a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners, those who live at the foot of the mountain, countless lives would be lost. There's no time. What can we do? Tanner, my friend. Damn it. Damn it all! The tremors have stopped. Tanner, pray forgive me. I promise you this. As long as I walk this earth, I shall never, never give up hope. The stone was yours to do with it as you pleased, and still you chose the fate of many over that of your friend. In return for your sacrifice, I will make you an offer. Come with us, and let us join you in your search for a means to save your comrade. The life of the adventure is an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as a sort who just might enjoy it. So, what say you? We'll travel the realm together and lend our strength to whatever unfortunate souls we encounter along the way. And who knows, before you know it, we might just stumble upon a way to rescue your Tanner. I like that very much. Tanner, forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words. For as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to us. But today I find myself in the company of new companions. And for now, I must lend them my strength, just as they lent theirs to me. Linkus, are you alright? No, Nalbert? Or Fernosis? Whatever the hell he's called. Maybe not. Fernosis is long gone. Launched a few arrows in his direction while I was distracted by Tanner's spell. He just stole away. Anyhow, I'm just glad you're awake and on your feet again. Come now, let's hurry back to Mortsuk for the bastard has a change of heart and comes back for us. Ah, excuse me. Wait, what am I doing? Herb-a-derp. I'm gonna click on the ether, right? Maybe you should have done this one last. This one's got the most story to it. You really gave us a scare back there, clutching your head in pain with a deadly sin eater in plain sight. I guess, you had another one of your visions, did you? Yep. Now Bert's reasoning behind wanting power and opening gates. Why, take me. So that's how Nalbert and Albert met up. It's good to show that in times of crisis, even the bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Now let's see if I have this straight. Nalbert made it his life's mission to save Tanner here. Knowing that his own energies wouldn't suffice, he went in search of a relic that would afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in the mines that day, he found it. Yet in the end, he decided to sacrifice his stone and his own cause, save the lives of the countless innocents who had called the mountain home. And so did he take his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light. So that's why he came back to this place, why he still summons the Hollows as he did so many years ago. Aye, there can be no doubting it. Even now that he's become a Sin Eater, bereft of memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions, a ghastly shell of what was what's now, but still haunts the wastelands, searching for a way to bring back his old friend. I only knew him as a child, and the whole idea of Sin Eaters and Warriors of Light was also new to me. Even if the pieces came together, I could not truly believe that Nalbert and his Phronosis one and the same. But when our gazes first met, standing out there in the waste, in an instant I knew it without question. This was my friend, a friend who had been searching for me for all these years. At last I know what I must do. I must stop Phronosis, that my dear friend may finally find peace. We can do this together, buddy. Thank you, my friends. In the battle, I was able to push Phronosis' hollow away from Surig, if only for a short distance. With more training, I'm certain I can close him up more close entirely. After all we've already seen from you, I have no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we. Finally, some cause for hope, huh? Still, we must exercise caution. The last time the boy worked his magic, our foe showed up faster than you can say Phronosis. While this might be simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned the Sin Eater to us. We must avoid casting any similar incantations that were prepared for the final confrontation. I want you to stay close for now. Devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Lincoln and I will redouble our training efforts as well. Should we succeed in finding a way to counteract the Hollows, it will come down to our firepower versus our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, unless we allow victory to slip between our fingers. Look in your eyes. Yeah, I can see that you've gained much strength since last we met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tanner has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. Boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long ago that he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there is one aspect of his training that has yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the Hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Phronosis is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, and he might acclimate himself to the battle field, and further hone his command of magic in the process. and yet we must keep a wide berth of armoring. Were we to encounter Phernosis before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. So I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there is much the boy could learn from your example. Excellent. Let's make for Lakeland. A piece in the force of the lost shippers should provide a fair challenge for the lad. Telling me this kid's level 70? Telling me this like probably 12-year-old kid is level 70. Come on. I suppose level does mean like how skilled you are in whatever class you are, so I guess I could see a 12-year-old kid being like level 80 on the same power level as me. I suppose I could have just flew here, couldn't I? Ah, there he is. Shall we get down to... something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, Linkus? Not only are they stylish, why, I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Sarig. Isn't he the best? There's a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we are hope to triumph over our foe. Enough idle chit-chat. We have work to do. Linkus, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We can't very well just toss him to the Wolverines on his own now, can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Tanner, watch carefully and let Linkus show you how it's done. Hello. Vieira. Yeah, I could've just flew down there. It was incredible! The sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weave one incantation after the next. Everything! But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? For me, casting your spells in proper sequence is the key. But of course! Thank you, Linkus. I will endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. That's why I chose a red mage, so I could technically heal. What do I... No, that's not... Curses! Just stay still so I can hit you already! Steady now. Don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right. Focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Ow, that's smart. I've seen enough of this. He's fine. He's fine. Oh dear, that didn't go nearly as well as I'd hoped. I guess sit down on yourself, lad. Shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end. I thought it would be a simple enough task to follow Link's lead. When that savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed. It's not the strength of your magic that's the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. What do you think, Linkus? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? Just believe in yourself and all will be fine, kid. Thank you. I'm sure you are right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will get better, I promise you. Yes, the boy will be fine. Must stay my hand. He did it. I did it! The battle is won! That's how you wallop a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Linkus here to show me the way. You have my thanks. Don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you have learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? Go farm fates until you ding 72. That was rather more difficult than I expected. And yet, thanks to you and Sarig, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. When you make short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time for you to find a more worthy foe. Let's return to board so you can plot our next course of action. Oh, well, they walk that way. You just go this way. I think it is more to the left than what it is. Proving a perfect mentor for the boy, Linkus. Hells, I dare say old Sarig here could learn a thing or two from you. Taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it's just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Phronosis. I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you excuse me, I'd best go and write down all I've learned today while it's fresh in my memory. Passion and determination. Must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rift stole from him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help us fell Phronosis, bring his friend a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it is a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Tainer's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amarang home, we must triumph in this battle. You mentioned for the sake of our corn voices, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. I'll click on the pet. Look who's back, looking more imposing than ever, I might add. You'd be pleased to know that Tana's command of his magics has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold his own against Ferocious. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. Devoted as he is to his training, I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes from time to time. He insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced. Fellow mage, perhaps you could succeed in reaching out to him where I failed. Should be around here somewhere. We'll find him and see if you can offer him a few words of support, won't you? Tanner, you feeling bad about having to beat up your friend? Hello there, Lankus. Is there something I could do for you? Sir Edgar's worried about me, you say? It is kind of him. I assure you, I'm completely fine. I owe so much to the both of you. You brought me back from beyond the rift, took me under your wing, trained me and comforted me to the point that my memories and my magic have both returned. I am finally ready to face my old friend in battle, and it is all because of you. And yet, there is a fear growing inside me, a fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I have learned much about the Sin Eaters. I learned how those who fall to the most powerful Sin Eaters, like Fernosis, become Sin Eaters themselves, doomed to live out their days as mindless, unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, and you or Sir Rig suffer the same fate as Naubert, the only three friends I have known in this world, if I lost you all, how could I ever live with myself again? This thought, it shakes me to my very core. Don't worry about us. Eyes forward. To the one person we will be saving. So you're saying that I should free my mind of distractions and focus on the task at hand? Perhaps you're right. Worrying endlessly about things beyond my control will only serve to break my focus. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand at my side. That's what I want to hear, kid. Nothing would make me happier than to help Naubert find peace, but that is not the only reason I fight this battle. I must repay you and Sarig for all you have given me. Not only did the two of you bring me back into this world, you have instilled me with a newfound sense of purpose. And yet, when the battle is done, you will leave this place. You will embark on new adventures with new companions. Worry not, I will not hold you back or stand in your way. That is another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, to all three of my friends, that I am strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Tanner. You can do this. Sorry, perhaps I got a little carried away there. In any event, wish I could tell Sir Rig that I'm ready. Yep. Don't worry about us. Worry about yourself and your opponent. Finally back, I see. I'm starting to get worried. I trust this means you're ready to battle for Ferocious. I am. Let us put an end to this nightmare and set Naubert and the people of this land free. That's a spirit. Alright. Plan is to lure for Gnosis to us by the same method as last time. We will venture into the central halls of Amber, a safe distance away from the city. The Tainer will summon forth a hollow. Should only be a matter of time before our quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we lure Gnosis to a wide open space where we will have complete freedom to maneuver. Hells of Amber should suffice. If you are ready, let us away at once. I believe you said the same area twice, but alright. We're away from Mort Sook, but we're close to that town. I don't know about this. I'm ready. Let us begin. Over there! It's him! Yes, I knew you would come. Well, I guess we won't be needing this anymore. Give it up, Naubert. My spells are more than a match for your own. These are my friends, and I will not let you take them. Do you hear me, Naubert? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day. Leave the hollow to me and concentrate your attacks on our foe. You heard the boy. It's time to show this bastard what we've got. Be wary, friends. He means to summon a hollow. Keep a wide berth, friend, lest you get drawn into the void. Fuck it. That one. And that. I've done it. The hollow is sealed. Dick. Look out, here comes another one. Leave it to me, friends. Watch out! Hurt his Rick sides or you'll bear the full brunt of his magic. Bastard's trying to take us out in one fell swoop. Move away from me, and quickly! I've done it. Damn it. Are you alright, boy? I did put a stack marker on him, so he probably not. Give me, friends. My strength is waning. Looks like we're on our own until Taylor's strength returns. Stay clear of the hollows. Gods, would you look at that one? Wait, perhaps we could use the hollows to our advantage. Wait, the boss is still going! Tanner, how do you fare? I am fine. Lead the hollows to me! Yikes. Even the empty shell of his body could work these magics. I shudder to think of the powers now but commanded when he was still lived. Sorry, my friends. I can summon no more strength. Boy's giving us all he can. False us and a fight. I don't think he's gonna let me get close to him. Sin-Eater strength wanes. You mustn't let up the attack. Again? You mean to cut off our escape route? Yes, my friend. Soon, you'll be at peace. Forgive me, Tana. Vaughn, why did I travel with my companions, all the while searching for a way, any way at all, bring you back to this world? And yet, in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Ardbert and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I had run off with the stone and used its powers to rescue you as I had always intended? What adventures might we have shared? I sunk into the depths of despair and felt myself a wretch for doing so. For by what right do I pity myself when it was I who consigned you to a far more cruel and tragic a fate? Whatever pain, whatever loss I knew is nothing compared to what you suffered. But you still suffer. Abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in a cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, no doubt you are still out there beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. That's not true. That's not true now, but I'm right here. And yet, even if you despise me with every fiber of your being, even still, I would give anything to see you just one last time. You could curse me, revile me, rain fists and magic down upon me. It would all be worth it, just for the chance to say, I am sorry. Stop it now, Bert. Please, stop saying those things. Even after you had your mind, your heart, and your very humanity ripped from you, you still for all these years, you kept searching for me. How could I ever hate my best friend? Don't you see, old friend? It was Lucas here who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided him to me. You have suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now. You need worry about me no longer, so please, rest peacefully. It's over. At last. You don't need to explain it to me. I know that the now boat we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal, that my friend truly passed years and years ago. And yet, even if those words will never reach Nalbert, simply saying them allowed me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today. But we should be getting back to town before any more sin eaters take notice of us, yes? I'll say. After that battle, I could use a rest. And I reckon Linkus here could as well. Shall we head back to Mortsuk? Well, if it isn't the man of the hour. I'm happy to report that tales of a triumph are already spreading across town like wildfire. Word has it the merchants are so grateful that they intend to sweeten the bounty with the general's personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, now Bert has found peace, and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day I thank the gods for having brought us together. Feelings mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out of that hole. It's been a pleasure having you to our side. Sorry. So, tell me, now that you made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and Lycus have trained me well, and I'm quite confident I can hold my own in the battlefield. Perhaps I will travel to land and see if I might use my abilities to help those in need. I didn't know any better. I think those were the words of someone twice your age. If that's truly your intention, then I have something of a plan. First, I'll need Lycus here's permission. It's just a thought I had, but let's say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Tanner here. I reckon he needs it more than we do, and besides, couldn't have won the battle without him. Well, I don't see a problem with it. I knew you'd feel the same. It's the least we could do to help the boy forge a path and a future for him. My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that. Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy your age to make his way in the world, and this is the least we can do. Think of it as a parting gift from your brothers in arms. Thank you, Sarig. Thank you, Lycus. As long as I live, I will never forget your generosity. Oh, excuse me. Finally, I have one last proposal for you, if you're keen to hear it. There's this bounty hunter I know. He knows his own with a bow, but he's always thought he could take on bigger marks if he had a skilled mage at his side. If you're looking for a partner, that is. Sarig, you could not possibly mean. Of course I'm saying it. So what'll it be? Yes, 1,000 times yes. Why, nothing would make me happier. And I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship. And on that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off to the Crystarian to find ourselves a new mark. If it's not too much to ask, why don't you join us there? Still owe you on your share of the bounty, and I reckon it'd be a good place to say our proper farewells. Sneezing. Bandits. Oh man, there was a hunt in Lakeland and I missed it. Hey, Ankus, glad you could join us. Tanner and I arrived just a short while ago ourselves. Boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no ends of questions, that one. There's only so much I can teach him. The rest will have to learn from experience. Not so, I intend to do what I can to show him the world. Keep him safe. So don't worry about us. Between my bow and his magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own out there. As said, should we ever find ourselves on the trail of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you'd not be adverse to helping us lending us your strength once more. Yes, somehow I have a feeling it will take another 100 years for our paths to cross again. Till then, friend, stay sheltered in the shade. And that will be the mage DPS. Or magical DPS as they call it. Done. And I think that will be me done for the day as well. The healer one wasn't so bad. It still took about an hour and a half. That one took almost 2 hours. These are a lot meatier than I thought they would be. So I think that will be, like I said, that will be me done for the night. Tomorrow we'll finish up the last two, if they let me do the ones after. Let me see if they actually will. Oh, that's my friend list. Let's gather, crafter, healer. That's a healer, that's a tank. Roll master quest and the void calls. Okay, so they will. So tomorrow will be physical DPS, and then we end up with tank. And then we do the roll master quests, and then the void calls. If there's remaining time. But these don't take that long at all, I don't think. So my friends, whether you're watching a VOD, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on YouTube when I actually remember to port them over, thank you so much for coming out tonight. It really means a lot. I really do appreciate it. As for where I'm sending you off to, even though it's not technically FF14, it is Final Fantasy IX, so, and it is a fresh playthrough. So I'll send you off to one Mrs. Britt K. Kaylee, as she does Final Fantasy IX for her first time and also voice acting all the things. So that'll be it for me tonight. Hope you folks have a good rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you are in the world. Please stay safe out there, whatever it is you do. And I will be back tomorrow, sometime between 4:30 and 5. Depends on how much stuff happens tomorrow. Might aim for 4:30, but at the very latest it will be 5 o'clock, because these are a bit meatier than I thought. And yeah, so anyway folks, have a good one, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Mind spending it all, because I don't know what else I'd spend it on.
Okay. So let's see here.
Link! Oh my gosh, another raid! Hello! Welcome on in.